In this video, we're going to look at how to differentiate the natural log of x, ln x. Let's see how to do it. So here's the challenge. We're going to try to find what the derivative of ln x is. Now, of course, I could just tell you what it is, but I think it's really important to understand where these things come from. Before I launch into this, you first need to understand that while we normally have functions like, for example, y equals x squared, and we can differentiate those in the normal way and get dy by dx equals 2x in this case, we could just as easily have a function that was x equals y squared and find dx by dy. And what would that be? Well, I'm differentiating with respect to y, and I get 2y. So the letters aren't that important. Another thing I could do is, for instance, I could flip this upside down and say dy by dx is 1 over 2y. And in this case, dx by dy is 1 over 2x. We can flip these derivatives upside down and we can differentiate with respect to y or x. So with that in mind, let's first do e to the power of both sides. Well, e to the power of the left-hand side is e to the y. And e to the power of the right-hand side, well, ln x and e to the x are inverses. So e to the power of the right-hand side is just x. So what I've got, if I rewrite it in a slightly easier to think about way, I've got x equals e to the y. And now I'm going to differentiate with respect to y. dx by dy, well, just think, what would dy by dx be if I had y equals e to the x? Well, e to the power of x doesn't change when you differentiate with respect to x, and e to the y doesn't change when you differentiate with respect to y. So that's just e to the y. But what I want to know is what dy by dx is. So flip this upside down, dy by dx equals this one, the reciprocal of this, which is 1 over e to the y. But what's e to the y? Well, it's x. So dy by dx is 1 over x. And this is pretty cool, right? The derivative of ln x is 1 over x. When you differentiate the natural log, you get no logs in sight, just 1 over x. And this actually completes a picture, a sort of puzzle which has had a missing piece for a long time, because we've known for a long time how to integrate x to the power of n. For example, if you wanted to integrate x cubed, we've looked at this before, you just raise the power by 1 and divide by the new power, of course u plus c. And in general, if we had x to the power of n and we wanted to integrate it, it was raise the power by 1 and divide by that new power. And this worked for all values of n apart from -1, right? Because if n is -1, well, you can't be dividing by, you can't have 1 over -1 plus 1, that would be 1 over 0. And that's precisely what we've got here. We found that the derivative of ln x is x to the -1, which means we now know how to integrate x to the -1. It's ln x. So we could integrate x to any power before using this rule, but now we can also integrate x to the -1. I'm getting ahead of myself because that's integration, not differentiation, but pretty cool observation here that the derivative of ln x is 1 over x, which was that kind of missing piece in last year's integration. Okay, let's see how we can use this. F of x equals ln x plus 1. Can we find the equation of the tangent to f of x when x equals 1? So for the equation of the tangent, I need a coordinate and the gradient. Well, the coordinate is easy because I just sub in 1 and I get ln of 1 plus 1. Ln of 1 is 0, so that's just 1. So my coordinate is just 1, 1. What about the gradient? Well, f dashed of x, f prime of x, is the derivative of this, which is 1 over x, that's the derivative of ln x, plus 1, that's the derivative of x. And when x is 1, I get a gradient of 1 over 1 plus 1, which is 2. So I've got a gradient and a point, so it's y minus the y value equals the gradient times x minus the x value. So 2x minus 2, and y equals 2x minus 1. There we go. So we can find equations of tangents of functions that involve ln x's. Okay, so that is how to differentiate logarithms. I'll see you in the next video.